What's going on, people? Make a quick video. Talk about depression real quick. Well, not really talk about depression, but just why we depressed and shit like that, and why it's not really our fault. Fuck, I should have went that way. Why it's not really our fault. I mean, a lot of it is our fault, but not about that right now. But the reason it's not our fault, but there's a couple reasons. But before we say that, let's say if you know me personally, you know like my angle, like what I be talking about, and I always kind of come back to the idea that we're vibrational beings and shit, right? That we're just, little molecules, whatever, vibrating at certain frequencies. So that's who we are. And I say that to say we are naturally beings of love. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, like that frequency, that feeling of love, that's like this shit we come from. That's our natural state of existence. I assume, my opinion. And let me quick example of that. Use an example of two small children. One's like 10, and the other one, let's say, is a newborn. If the 10-year-old is jealous of the newborn, because whatever, they came into the world, whatever, taking their shine, and treats the newborn like shit. He looks at it, talks mean to it, what the fuck, rushes it when it wants to do. I mean, just if it gives off bad vibe, bad energy towards the newborn doesn't know how to react to that. Doesn't know how to. Doesn't know about that shit. But if you show the newborn like love, you laugh, and it will reciprocate. It will match that frequency. It will laugh back with you, and the baby will laugh back with you. Do all the things, because love, that frequency of love, is what they naturally understand. That is our natural state of being. Again, in my opinion, it's our natural state of being. So anyway, so that's that. Now to move away from that, so we can throw that out the window real quick. Get away from that. If there's one thing that we can agree on, or most of us should probably agree on, that if there's anything that is real, that does exist in this world, it would be energy, right? If there's nothing else, we gotta talk about God, nothing like that. Ain't gotta talk about science and nothing. But I think we can all agree that energy exists, right? So if energy exists, there's we know that there's a positive and a negative aspect of one source energy, and the people, my bad, motherfuckers don't know how to drive, but people who do good are influenced by good energy. People who are bad are influenced by bad energy. I'm not saying possessed. I'm not saying, I'm not talking about Satan. I'm not talking about God. I'm not talking about nothing like that. Just for the most part, the person that you know that is good is influenced by good energy, and the person you know is bad is influenced by bad energy. With that being said, our government, when I say our, the U.S. out here, our government is influenced by bad or negative energy. And so if they're influenced by negative energy, whether they want to be or not influenced, but there's certain people, I'm sure, in the government that have our best interests at heart. But if you can't do something because, your higher ups or whoever, then you're literally influenced by bad energy, by negative energy. Our government is influenced by negative energy, and we feel the effects of that. It is not a situation where, again, our natural state of being is love. The way the economy is set up, even if for those who thrive, it is not set up for you to feel loved. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go to school, work hard, beat out your competition to get that job you want, that job, everything that you do in this, for the most part, in this economy to try to survive and keep it going, is not with the interest of you feeling good, of you vibrating high. It's the idea of gimme, mine, I hustle, I make, I grind. You know what I mean? So with that being said, there's a lot of, without even getting too deep, even in a general basis, there's a lot of laws, a lot of things that try to help and make us more depressed and more sad. But even outside of the laws and stuff, just the way that they promote stuff, the way our subconscious takes in certain content on the TV, on magazines, commercials, YouTube ads, all these things, right? They usually, like, if you think, hey, I want a car, I want a good car, what do you think? Something expensive that you probably can't afford. And that right there automatically puts us down. That lowers our vibration. The moment you think about getting a new car, if you have a car right now, if your car is anyway like me, your car is good, you like it and shit, but you wouldn't be mad if someone gave you a newer car. But the idea when someone says, yo, you should get a new car, that the level of vibration that you now go to when you think about that shit, that's bringing you down. That's causing stress. Low level stress, but I'm throwing low level reasons out. That shit causes stress. It's not your fault. They promote it. They go hard on it. Women, y'all already know about how they do with the models and how they so that makes you start to feel a certain way. My black women, y'all know, same thing. Y'all are more so than in general. You know what I mean? They put y'all up against the blonde hairs and the fucking blue eyes and shit, and then you feel you gotta compete and you don't. But because it's drilled into your subconscious so much, you start to believe that shit. And when you believe that shit, you get stressed if you're not achieving that. Or for guys, you know, saying, hey, I need a light-skinned chick, or a chick gotta be thick. Now, what if you dark-skinned and skinny? Like, I mean that you're not, you know what I mean? But to you, it will mean that you're not up to par with whatever perspective that you're looking at reality. But again, your perspective is mainly based on the subconscious thoughts and things that are going on around you. And that part is not your fault. So, see what I mean? I can get stressed over a lot of things. It's not my fault that I'm used to this being my environment. So yeah, I guess I'll keep this one short. I just want to say that shit, it's not really this the way that this system is set up is kind of for you to for you to be upset over the little shit. So if you're upset over little things, like you have a car but you're complaining because it breaks down here and there and it has problems, like you're trying to hold your standard to what will make you happy, to what makes people happy on TV, and half of those people don't even own those cars. You know what I'm saying? That this whole 2018, every car, not everyone can afford a 2018. There's a lot of people cannot afford a 2018. And on top of that, the way that they even fuck with you on that, they'll make you think that you can afford a car, that you can afford this. Hey, we just do these monthly payments on this. You know what I'm saying? These interest rates are going to be this, that, and that. You know what I mean? They do other things that even when you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're fucking shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? Over and over. So, my bad. These streets are horrible. But yeah. So anyway, so that's why it's not our fault. I mean that we become stressed and shit, and we get upset and we kind of cause more of that. I mean, through law of attraction, we upset, so we just kind of bring more of that our way, and that's that. But we can get out of it. Now, those of us who don't know nothing about nothing, they can't get out of it. Your mindset, you grew up the way you grew up. No one ever told you to think a different way. No one told you to ever look at a negative situation in a better way. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have cars back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have all the things that we have now. They didn't have those things back in the day. So for you to be put as much care and energy and focus and attention towards what you don't have is not serving you, because it's okay. It's okay not to have. Motherfuckers worry about the end of the world and the apocalypse and shit, which I am too. But niggas worry about the apocalypse, but it's like people who are homeless live in a post-apocalyptic world, right? We worry about, damn, the fucking whoever drops bombs and shit on us, we ain't gonna have this and this is gonna happen. We're gonna have to scrimmage for food and da-da-da. Well, there's like millions of homeless people doing that right now. So, and there, if you meet them, they'll talk to you, they'll find it. They're content. Most of them read more books than most of us. So, yeah, so we can't keep, thinking about stressing over what we think would make us happy. And that's what we do. But it's not our fault. Like I said, back to that point, it's really just the way this shit is set up. It's set up for us to be trying to compete and fight against each other. I assume I wasn't around back in the day. When I say back in the day, I mean like natives and fucking Africa and just anything back in the day. I wasn't around for that. So, but I would assume that they didn't have stores and shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no give me money. First of all, they didn't have money, so, because money doesn't mean nothing. But to us, there you go, another perfect example why we stress. Fucking money, piece of paper that means literally nothing. Has no value. The fucking $1 bill has the same weight, same amount of ink and shit as a fucking $100 bill. They mean no value. They mean value because we collectively say, hey, this is worth more and this and that. So it holds value through the way we make it. But actuality has no value. You know what I mean? Like, if I came to you and said, hey, I'll give you this turkey if you give me this lump of iron, that's different. That's a value. That paper, that shit ain't value. But we're taught that it is value. The way the economy goes, the way the songs go, the way the fucking, again, commercials, movies, XYZ got us feeling that we should feel that way. Even though we could still feel just as happy with whatever shit we do got. We can still feel that shit, but we don't want to be happy with what we got, because we're shown over and over and over what we should have or could have. You know what I mean? Or work our asses to get, which is true. You could do all that shit, but if you work your ass, it also comes with opportunities and doors and shit. So then being a black minority, even if you do make it to the top, you done cut off 10 other niggas because they was just trying to make their quota anyway. So you made it, you succeed, but then them niggas ain't make it. Now you talking shit like, if I work this hard, you should be able to work this hard and get this job too. You should be able to get this opportunity. Like, nah, not if there's 300 of us going for the same position, but there's only fucking 15 of these positions open for black people. You know what I'm saying? There's only 15 positions open that we're willing to give to minorities, black or whatever. So yeah, trying to keep up with the Joneses is why we stress. We can't keep up with the Joneses. I can't keep up with the Joneses, but I'm learning now that I stopped trying to keep up with the Joneses and learn how to be happy with the fuck I do got. Now I'm pretty fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? The commercials on the TV can no longer run game on me. Like, yo, look at this. Be on Facebook, niggas be sharing Ferraris and the new Nissan 2030s. You know what I mean? And fucking all these new shit. It's like, it's cool to share and admire, but they're doing that, so your subconscious is literally picking that up and accepting that is real and achievable, which anything is real and achievable, but you'd have to know how to unblock all the passages there, and it's more than physical. But so they put that shit to you, so niggas be sharing that shit and thinking this is a dope car, especially the niggas who really into cars. So now when you talk to them, they're like this. So I show them my fucking car. I got a fucking minivan, you know what I'm saying? I show them this shit, and that's not what I want. Well, I mean, if I could have a fucking Ferrari, I would too. But the way my shit, I mean, when my bank account is set up, this is what the fuck I got. And you know, you gotta learn to be lit with this shit. But we're not taught to be happy with what we got. We're taught to want more. So I guess I'll just leave it at that. So much about the depression and how it's not our fault, completely not our fault that we go through this shit, that we stress and sit and sulk and ponder on these things and wonder why God has been not good to us, and what do we do to deserve to not have this, but this nigga ain't doing shit, but he's got this, he's got that, so, complete wrong way to look at that. Complete wrong, in my opinion. Again, everything's my opinion. But I'll leave this one at that. I ain't know it's gonna be 12 minutes. I'll leave this shit at that. But I'll do another one saying why it is your fault that motherfuckers is stressing and holding on to depression and all that other shit. Alright, later, yo.